Hello everyone, my name is Joseph. Welcome back to the POPSICLE KNIGHT channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Please don't forget to click the like button if you like this video, or hit the thumbs down if you don't. Also, if you enjoy the contents of this channel, please consider subscribing if you haven't already. With that said, let's get started. So today, I'll be showcasing Galarian Slowbro from Battle Styles. Galarian Slowbro has 130 HP with 2 attacks. The first one is Splattering Poison. For 1 Dark Energy, this attack inflicts poison on both active Pokemon. This attack sets up for its second attack, Unhinged Hammer. For 1 Dark and 2 Colorless, it will deal 100 base damage. However, if this Pokemon is affected by a special condition, this attack will deal 220 damage instead. And I'll be utilizing the Twin Energy for paying out this attack cost. And we can also use Pierce to search out 1 Dark type Pokemon and an energy from your deck. So we can use this to search out the Slowbro evolution and search for the Twin Energy as well. Unhinged Hammer is actually a pretty strong attack, allowing you to knock out majority of V Pokemon in the game with a single hit. However, the setup is a little awkward because it's more of a 1-2 punch before you can do any real damage, because you'll have to use Splattering Poison first on one of your turns before you can deal serious damage with Unhinged Hammer on your following turn. The nice and weird thing about this attack condition is that Slowbro is the one that has to have that special condition for that increased attack damage to happen. So it doesn't matter if your opponent switches out their Pokemon to remove their special condition, Slowbro will still have its increased attack damage. The downside to this mechanic is that after you use Splattering Poison, your opponent's Pokemon may just knock out your Slowbro on their turn. So most of the time you may never see Slowbro use Unhinged Hammer if you do it this way. However, depending on how fast your opponent sets up, it is doable. And we don't have to worry about the poison damage inflicting Slowbro because I've also included a copy of Indeedee V just for its Watch Over ability, which allows you to heal your active Pokemon by 20 HP once per turn. There is a way though where you can start attacking without having to use Splattering Poison, but it is a little risky. Our secret weapon is the Yellow Horn. This item card will confuse both yours and your opponent's active Pokemon. You see, the secret lies with the wording on the effect of Unhinged Hammer attack. It says that if your active Slowbro is affected by a special condition, it will do more damage. So that means Slowbro can increase its attack whether it's poisoned, burnt, or confused. So with the confusion affecting Slowbro, its Unhinged Hammer can be used as soon as possible. But you will have to flip a coin and get heads first before successfully landing an attack. And that's the only downside to this combo. You don't know if you're going to land a hit or not, because if you're unsuccessful, you'll damage yourself and you'll be open for an attack on your opponent's next turn. But half of the time it should work, but use this at your own risk. On my initial build, I did have Dust Island Stadium, and on paper it made sense. So basically, if your active Pokemon is poisoned and if you switch out your Pokemon using a trainer card, the new active Pokemon will now be affected by that poison. So if your poisoned active Slowbro is about to get knocked out, you just need to switch one from the bench using a trainer card, and the new active Slowbro should retain the poison so that the increased attack damage will still apply to the new Slowbro. But given the strong Pokemon in the meta, this is almost near impossible to pull off. So instead, I will be using 2 Galar Mine Stadium so that we can increase the retreat cost of all Pokemon by 2, and this will prevent our opponent from retreating. This should make it easier for us to deal with bulkier opponents with Slowbro's 1-2 attack combo, when we can keep them from the active spot. Anyways, we shouldn't be affected by the increased retreat cost because we also have Escape Rope, which makes you and your opponent switch out their active Pokemon with another from the bench. We also have Switch, Bird Keeper, which acts as a switch and draw 3 cards, Scoop Up Net, and Hiding Energy, which makes the Dark type Pokemon this card is attached to have 0 retreat cost. Slowbro on its own may not win you games against VMAXs or tag teams, so I'll be including other attackers on this build. The first one is Hoopa. I chose this one because it only needs 1 Dark Energy to attack. Assault Gate can deal 90 damage as long as you move it from the bench to the active first. So between the 220 damage by Slowbro and the 90 damage from Hoopa, you can practically 2-hit KO any tag team GX in the game. However, against VMAXs, I'll be using Sableye V as a backup attacker. We'll be focusing more on its Crazy Claws attack. For 2 Dark Energy, it will deal 10 base damage, and this attack will do 60 more damage for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. Nothing should survive this attack as long as your opponent's active Pokemon have 6 or more damage counters on it already. I've also included one EXP share tool card for Sableye IV so that we can energize it quickly. And I've also included one copy of Bead, which allows you to attach one basic energy from your hand to one of your benched Pokemon. And Sableye IV can be used for a sneak attack using Nanu. This card can switch one basic dark Pokemon from the discard pile to any one Pokemon in play. So as long as you have a Sableye IV or even Hoopa in the discard pile, you can just use Nanu so that you can continue attacking and even be able to deal a finishing blow with this combo. And even if you just attack with Slowbro's Unhinged Hammer that will hit for just 100 damage, that's enough to set up for Sableye IV for you to get a KO on any VMAX in the game. And the fact that this is weak to grass also gives us a better chance at winning against fighting type builds. As for consistency, I will be using Snorlax for its Gourmandize ability and Zacian V for its Intrepid Sword ability so that we have a continuous drawing engine for this build. I did have a Crobat V with the Dark Acid ability in my initial build, but I don't think this affects the consistency of the build that much, so I don't think this is necessary to have in this build. And I also have Mew with the Bench Barrier ability. And as for the rest of the deck, I have Evolution Incense, Ordinary Rod, Pokemon Communication, Quick Ball, Scoop Up Net, Boss's Orders, Marnie, and 4 basic Dark Energy. And that's pretty much it. The deck list will be in the description below. But enough talk, let's just have some fun with this deck and see some gameplay. Okay, so we're gonna go second. In DDV is the only one we have. We're gonna go into the active. Ooh, okay. Looks like we're up against a single strike build. This is definitely overwhelming for us since Slowbro is weak against fighting, and you know, this is not. It's nowhere near tier 1, so yeah, let's just do our best here. We have 2 quick balls. We need, hold on. So if we use this, let's see, which one can we, let's discard this, we don't really need it right now. And I think I'll just get a Zacian V so we can Intrepid Sword. And I might just use another quick ball here. And we'll probably discard the Dark Energy. You can always get it back with Ordinary Rod. And I'll just get a Galarian Slowpoke so we can start setting it up. And I'll attach a Hiding Energy on it. And let's see. I do want to keep InDDV alive. Probably have. Maybe I'll switch out Zacian V into the active. And then I'll Intrepid Sword. Because once we start using poison, I mean, in the long run, InDDV can heal any of our active Pokemon. So, here on out, I think it's gonna be a good idea to keep it in play. So, our opponent is setting up their Houndoom line quickly. I'm not sure exactly what they're using as a main attacker though. They could be using okay, what is that? It's a single strike Urshifu. Alright. This is definitely a scary battle. We're probably gonna lose this one, but let's see how it goes. Win or lose, at least if we can showcase Slowbro, that would be good. This would be a good video to showcase regardless what the outcome is. Oh, you know what though? With Sableye IV in our deck, if they put enough damage counters on their single strike, we could just have a fighting chance. We can just knock it out, even if it turns out into even if it turns into a VMAX. We have Pierce now. We can get a Slowbro using Evolution Incense. So let's just do that for now. And we will need to set up somehow for the poison. I'll just get a Sableye V and I think a regular. So I just want to set this up for now and attach this on Sableye V. And I'm gonna Intrepid Sword. So what we could do here is hit for chip damage using Slowbro. Could do that. And they'll have to use Houndoom to energize Single Strike Urshifu anyways. So with enough damage on it, we can just knock it out with Sableye V if they're not careful. Okay, so they're gonna attach another energy on Single Strike Urshifu VMAX, and they're gonna Marnie us. They're gonna Marnie because both players' hands get shuffled. Gonna Marnie. Scroll of Scorn. Alright. So with enough damage counter on that Urshifu VMAX, they can attack for 1 energy depending on how much damage counters they have. Okay, that's good. They're helping us out. Put that Single Strike Urshifu in KO range with our Sableye. But for the meantime, we have to figure out on what we could do is get rid of this Houndoom. So I think I'm gonna use Bird Keeper. We do get a Twin Energy. What I could do is poison both active first to set up for Slowbro. And probably I'm not gonna give it energy yet, and I'll just focus on Sableye V for now. At least we can do enough damage. And I'm gonna do Splattering Poison. Even if we don't knock out that Single Strike, we can deal enough damage to put it in KO range. It'll be a lot easier to knock out when it has a lot of damage on it. So this could prompt them to switch Houndoom back to the bench and promote their Single Strike Urshifu and start attacking. We are weak against fighting though, that's the bad thing. So they can just knock us out without having to use their G-Max attack. So our opponent definitely has the upper hand. And it looks, I mean, it's not impossible to knock out their VMAX. We do have Yellhorn. We just watch over Slowbro, keep healing it back. And I'm gonna go ahead and just probably finish off this Houndoom. Unhinged Hammer for 220 damage. And we get 1 prize card for it. And we get another Slowbro. I mean Slowpoke. We have a Slowbro line on our hand. And we can actually continue to chip damage at this VMAX. So we will, if they knock out our Slowbro, we'll lose 1 prize card. But we can slow it down. We have Yellhorn. We can slow them down. So they won't be able to attack that easily. But they're gonna Marnie us. So, okay. Let's look into what we could do here. We can also Marnie in the next turns, because we can't really set up for another Slowbro without Slowpoke. Alright, beat down for 320 damage. My goodness. I could switch into Sableye V. No, you know what? I'll save that. If we could get a Hoopa and get enough damage on this VMAX, that would be nice. I think I'm just gonna Marnie here. We do get a switch and a Slowpoke. And we get a Yellowhorn. I think what I'm gonna do is just slow it down. Just confuse both Pokemon. And I'm gonna go ahead and attack with Sableye. Crazy Claws, 250 damage. It's not enough to knock it out, but it's definitely a significant amount of damage. So they'll have to have a switch to switch it out, or hard retreat, but they'll lose a lot of energy that way, and that's not gonna be a good thing. So they'll have to have like 2 switch to switch out. Well, they only need 1. If they switch out into Houndoom or something like that, and then they'll just retreat back, they could do that. But if they don't have it, then we'll get a freebie off of this VMAX. Okay, wow, they're gonna hard retreat. Okay. Okay. They're gonna use Urn of Vitality to get those special energies back. Houndoom an energy on this active, and they're probably gonna attack for 120, but it's not gonna be enough to knock out our Sableye V, because again, it's not weak against fighting, which is really good for a dark Pokemon. That's not weak against fighting. It's a good thing. So we'll just watch over, heal 20 damage, which could make a difference. And what we could do here, I'm thinking of bossing this one and just knock it out. That will get us 3 prizes. 1,750 damage. My goodness, it's a lot. So far we're doing okay. So we need 2 more prizes. I can't believe I can't believe we're getting ahead in prizes. Although I am still unhappy with how it's turning out so far, because it's becoming a Sableye V build instead of Slowbro. So Sableye V is good, but we can do better here. So let's see how we can utilize Slowbro. So that's gonna knock out Sableye V. That's fine. Okay, so let's put Slowpoke in the active for now. Can bump out their stadium with ours, and I'm gonna use Pierce to get a Crobat and a Hiding Energy. So I'm gonna attach this Twin Energy on. Hold on, Hiding Energy first, and then I'm gonna just thin out our deck, and I'll just get Crobat again. So that will get us 4 cards to draw. And I'm gonna evolve this one, and I'm gonna use let's see, should I use Yellowhorn? Or just Intrepid Sword maybe? I'll just pass. You know, I'll just use Yellowhorn, that's fine. That will slow them down a little bit. And I'm gonna Intrepid Sword. So we get a Quick Ball and 2 basic Dark Energy. We have a Nanu as well, so what we could do is start energizing one of our Pokemon. Doesn't matter who it is. It could be Crobat, it could be Zacian V. And then we can just switch out Sableye V from the discard pile, switch it out, and be able to knock out this VMAX. So that'll get us our last 2 prizes. But for right now, it has 20 damage counters on it. So we definitely need a lot. We need to deal more damage to it. We need to deal more damage to it. Okay. Alright, cool. So with that 5 damage counter, it could be significant. It could be. Let's see. I could use escape rope here, and then boss's order. I can boss's order this. So let's switch into Slowbro. We'll put Slowbro in the active, and then what I could do is boss's order the VMAX back into the active. But you know what? If we do that, because I'm thinking of energizing one of my Pokemon so that we can use Sableye V. But I have to choose between damaging the VMAX versus Sableye. I could just boss's order, confuse. Here we go. Unhinged hammer. Give me heads. Yes. 180 damage. That's not bad. They have stone energy, so it will decrease damage. So for right now, we are looking good actually. I'm in awe. We're actually so that's the thing with the confusion. Confusion allows you to attack without having to go through the hammer. Oh, sweet! And that confusion stopped them from succeeding in the attack. So that's it. That's pretty much game. Let me try unhinge. Alright, I'm getting too greedy here, but that's what it is. If I could have knocked it out, that'd be nice to say that we were actually able to knock out a VMAX with Slowbro. But you know, that's what confusion does. You know, both of you, yours and your active, your opponent's active, is affected by it, and the success rate is not good. It's not good. So sometimes you'll succeed, sometimes you won't. But I think we got this game. They only have one attacker. They haven't healed. So with Crobat with 1 energy, all we have to do is switch it into the active. We'll put this energy. Yep, that's gonna be game. We're just gonna use Nanu. We can't knock it out with just Crobat, so we will have to use Sableye V. Again, those stone energy is gonna bump up their defense, but with Sableye V, 1,510 damage. I can't believe we won that game with this Slowbro build. So good game, wow. Alright, so let's see what we're up against here. Looks like we're up against the fire deck. So with fire decks, it's a little bit harder for Slowbro to set up with the poison, the 1-2 attack. Okay, well, we're up against Salazzle and Bellsprout. And this could be a good this could be a good showcase, because they're technically going to put special conditions on Slowbro, and we can attack for 220 damage every turn. Although, if we are confused again, we have to use coin flip. We'll see. But you know what? Slowbro can attack for 100 damage even without special conditions. So we could still have the upper hand with this one. There's not much in our hand, so I'm gonna use Marnie. Yeah, we got a Slowpoke, and we can start energizing it. We're probably just gonna Well, you know what? Zacian V could get knocked out here. It's probably better if we get another Pokemon. I'm gonna get Crobat. Maybe we'll get more in our hand. So we'll draw 4 cards here. Okay, we get another Quick Ball. I'll just put 1 energy on Slowpoke. I think I'll just use this Escape Rope. Alright, probably put Crobat in the active for now. And I'm just getting Intrepid Sword. Yeah, so that drawing engine with Zacian V is a lot more important. So even if we had to sacrifice Crobat, we'll have to do that. We have Pokemon Communication, so we can switch out and we can knock out their active. And we have a Twin Energy, so we're just gonna use Perplex for now. Okay. We can actually just knock it out. I'll just use Bird Keeper. And I'm just gonna use Pokemon Communication to get a Slowbro. And then let's evolve. We can use NDDV in the put that in the bench. Put a Twin Energy here. Yell Horn and Unhinged Hammer. Wait. Oh yeah, I'll just attack. Unhinged Hammer. Oof. Okay. Oh, you know what? I could have just attacked with Unhinged Hammer without confusion. Okay. That was a mistake. Alright. My mistake. Because... Okay. Since we only have 1 special condition, we were able to survive that attack. Thankfully. So I'll use my Quick Ball. I'll set up another line of Slowbro. Put the Hiding Energy on it. Heal this. And here we go. Unhinged Hammer. Sweet. 220 damage. And we got a prize card for that. Alright, cool. And another Slowbro. And we also have Pierce, so we can search out a Twin Energy, which is good. So with Fire decks, that's the thing. You will have to use Yell Horn a lot. And then again, your success rate for attack is not good. Because if they have Welder in their deck, they could just Welder their fire Pokemon. And then they can attack right away. So you don't have time for that Poison first. And then Unhinged Hammer in the next turn. Fire decks are just too fast. So we're just gonna get this Twin Energy, and we should be able to knock this out. 100 damage. So we get another prize card for that. We get a Marnie. So if they have a Bellsprout to evolve or or Koga Strap, that's fine. And that's gonna knock out our Slowbro. They're gonna hit for 180. Yeah. Strong deck. Salazzle, Bellsprout. Strong deck. So I'm gonna go ahead and put Slowpoke evolve into Slowbro. I'm gonna Yell Horn. That will slow them down. I'm gonna Marnie. Let's see. Can detach an energy. I can retreat and switch back out. Do that. So let's retreat, switch back. I'm gonna start using Splattering Poison, which will increase our damage. Not that we can attack with Unhinged Hammer anyway. We still need Twin Energy to use it. Okay, they're gonna retreat back. Yeah, we should still be okay unless they have another. Okay, we're fine. 110 damage. We just need to heal with in DDV,
and we should still be able to survive at the end of this turn. I'm gonna use Evolution Incense. I'm gonna use Pokemon Communication. Let's see, we can use Hoopa. We have Hiding Energy, so we can actually knock out this Salazzle. So I'm gonna retreat into Hoopa, Assault Gate to knock out this Salazzle. So that's the thing with Slowbro. 3 energy for 100 damage, and you have to have that special condition to do 220. It's just there's a lot of requirement to make a difference in terms of attack damage. So having secondary attackers such as Sableye V and Hoopa really does make a difference. That's why I added both of them in the deck. So I'm gonna go ahead and use Pierce and get a Twin Energy. So we can knock out the Salazzle using Slowbro. I'm gonna go ahead and watch over again. Slowly heal it back. Unhinged Hammer to knock out the Salazzle. So that will eliminate all of their attackers, their main attackers at this point. And all we have to do is knock out this Crobat. That's it. And and our opponent just gave us a Yellow Horn. They just gave us special condition, and I think we should survive. Okay, here we go. Unhinged Hammer, guys. We're gonna use Unhinged Hammer here. We're gonna let's watch over first. Put energy here. Unhinged Hammer. Here we go. Heads. Yes. Yeah. Well, there you have it. Slowbro. Slowbro, man. Okay. Let's go first. And all we have is Sableye V. That's fine. We can put the EXP share on it. So later on, when we start using our other Pokemon to attack, energy will just flow into it. Okay, interesting. So we'll just put that stadium there. Use Quick Ball, get rid of 1 Pierce, and I'm gonna get Snorlax. Put that on the bench, switch it out, put this EXP share, and I'm gonna Gormandize. Yeah, the Dusk Stadium, it makes sense, because when you have a Slowbro with Poison, and if you have another Slowbro on the bench, you can just switch it out and they should have their Poison. You should be able to return the Poison on the new active Pokemon, but the setup is just too hard, you know? By the time you get it into the active, they're already knocking out your Slowbro. Or something like that. So I haven't been able to successfully do that. So this Wailord V, man, we are up against Wailord V. It's basically a VMAX Pokemon that is a V. Only gives up 2 prizes, but its setup is a little slow, and this is what I'm talking about. You can actually do the 1-2 combo with Slowbro. Just gonna Marnie here. Hoopa's already set up. We have a Slowpoke. We can set that up. And I'm just gonna Gormandize. So what we could do here, we got a Bird Keeper. With a 330 HP. I mean, Sableye can take care of it. We'll just have to use Hoopa to do 90 damage on it, which is doable, yeah. And we can just rinse and repeat, even with Slowbro. Sweet. Wait. They have another chance. Well, you're just like me, man. You're gonna have to flip coins later on. I'm gonna go ahead and start energizing Sableye. And let's see, I'm gonna use Evolution Incense, get ourselves a Slowbro. Evolve 1. I can evolve 2. I can use Pokemon Communication. I probably just attack for now though. I'll go ahead and damage. They could knock out this Hoopa, but that energy is just gonna go to Sableye V, and then we can knock it out. Despite its high HP. Yes. Ocean Waves. Okay, they're just gonna attack. Yep, that should knock out Hoopa. 240. Yep. And we're gonna transfer this energy, and we're gonna put Sableye V in the active. Let's see. Let's put an energy on Slowbro for now. Put the Sableye, another Sableye V in the bench. I'm gonna energize it using Bead. And I'm gonna put in DDV, Pokecom to get another Slowbro. You can evolve. And I think I'm just gonna Crazy Claws for the KO. 550 damage. Yep. Sableye V is broken, I'm telling you. With enough damage on your opponent, doesn't matter what they are, VMAX, GX, Tag Team, they're just gonna automatically boost. So this is what I'm talking about. With setup, Wailord V takes a lot of time to set up. So like right now, their Frostmoth doesn't have Air Balloon. So usually what other players would do is put that in the active with the Air Balloon. But speaking of, Crushing Hammer, okay. Oof, okay, that's fine. That's fine, we can retreat with Sableye because he has hiding energy. So that's what I'm saying with the Frostmoth, they should have just put it in the active so that they can energize Wailord. But now that they don't have it, it has a 4 retreat cost. They're not going to be able to energize it fast enough, so it's just going to use its first attack to get more water energy. So when you can determine the speed of your opponent's setup, you can actually use Slowbro to use its Splattering Poison first while your opponent sets up, because you know it's going to take them another turn before they can attack and knock out your Slowbro. And then you can use Unhinged Hammer the next turn when your Slowbro is already poisoned. So it is doable, but you have to determine how fast your opponent is gonna set up. So I'm gonna take a chance here. Unchained Hammer, sweet, 220 damage against their Wailord V. So that's what I mean with the Yellow Horn. It's a lot faster than the poison. But you basically take a chance. You need guts to use this deck. It doesn't make sense, you know. You're not gonna use this for like competition or anything, because if you're playing casually and if you're playing against like one prizers, maybe, because a lot of beginner decks is not able to knock out Slowbro that quickly. But when you're up against really strong opponents, that 1-2 turn combo before you can start doing 220 damage is not practical. Okay. Oh, dude, sorry, man, sorry. They needed 2 heads at least. They needed 2 heads. So let's watch over Sableye V. And yeah, we can knock out this Wailord V. Crazy Claws. 1,330 damage. thanks to our Slowbro doing that tremendous amount of damage. So we can do the same here. Once they bring up that Wailord, even if they knock it out, we have another Sable IV in the bench. So I think we pretty much have this game. Okay. Okay. It's fine. Alright, we have Galarian. We can bump out their Gleamwood Tango. So that's gonna be a lot harder for them to retreat. Keep them in the active. So they need one more energy so they can knock out this Sable IV. But they need 5 more prizes, so our opponent is gonna have a hard time. Oh, they couldn't even attack. Okay. I'm just gonna use Pierce, and I'll get a Hoopa and a regular basic energy. And I'm gonna go ahead and probably fully energize Sable IV and watch over our active. I'm gonna go ahead and use Galarian so they can't retreat, but we can retreat because we have hiding energy. Unhinged Hammer, do some damage on this Wailord V. They can knock out our Slowbro, but then Sable IV can just finish it off. Yeah, so between Sable IV, Hoopa, Slowbro, not bad. It's not a bad combination. It is a lot harder to make Slowbro as a standalone for sure. There's just a lot of things going on to make it work and to let it stand up against really high tier decks. But I mean, it does leave a mark, you know, when it works. But after playing much game though, even without Slowbro, to be honest with you, between Hoopa, if you just probably have a full set of Hoopa and then just Sable IVs everywhere, you could probably win a lot of games. Oh no. Oh, they weren't even able to knock out Slowbro. Oh man. Okay, well, here's for game. Crazy Claws. Good game to our opponent, man. Good game. Galarian Slowbro is a really weird Pokemon. This is the only Pokemon that I actually want to get poisoned or even get confused, just so I can see it attack for more damage. This is nowhere near tier 1, but if you just want to have fun, win or lose, feel free to give this card a try. And surprisingly, I actually did win a lot of games with this build, so I am happy with how it turned out. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please don't forget to smash that like button. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and please consider subscribing to this channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, stay safe and have a great day.